Hi, I'm Jennifer Kamau.
And I'm Daniel, and we've been attending Beulah for about 2 years. We got married fairly early, right out of school, and so we both were just starting to learn how to manage finances and starting to ask questions about how could we be responsible and how should we be running our household.
We're newly married. We're learning how to manage our money. And then we get into this Bible study with our small group, specifically about managing your money well. I think that's what the book is called, actually.
Yeah.
And then, so we do all of this, and then in 2018, Daniel then decides that he's going back to school. And at the time, I was also expecting our first child. So it was a really challenging season in that although we had we had started kind of implementing the principles that we had learned, it was a little bit daunting, a little scary, thinking, how are we going to make this work with now one income? Because in going back to school, he had decided to quit his job. So it was just a little bit scary at the time.
It was hard knowing that you've saved up a little bit of money. It's not enough to get you to the end of school. So even to continue tithing or to give was quite a struggle.
But it was something that tithing was something that we had done before, and that we even grew up doing. So we were committed to it. It just hurt a little bit more at that time.
There was a time where I started to listen to the parable of the talents. There was a pastor speaking about it. And the tendency was to think, okay, I've just graduated. I may be making whatever I was making. Is it more? Is it where I wanted to be? And the encouragement there was, instead of being focused on the 5 talents that someone else has, really think about, okay, what talents or what resources has God given us? And at the end of the day, how are we going to show that we've been faithful with the little that God has given us?
Yeah, just thinking about, giving and being generous and remembering that everything that we have is God's. So again, as I mentioned, for me, it can be a little bit more challenging and more difficult to be generous, but I do have to remember that, holding it with a closed fist is not beneficial. It's not good, and it's not what God intended for it to be, because again, it's just kind of passing through my hands. So I feel like the resources that we have are meant not only for ourselves, but to bless other people. So if I were to just hold them tightly, then I think I would miss out on being a blessing to others, and I would hold back the blessing for other people. So I think, again, it's so important to remember that it's not just about us, and it's everything we have is God.